Hi everyone, Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and I am back on Bowdabra. So as you guys come in, if you're watching the replay, let me know. We have Alex behind the camera tonight, and we're actually in my old studio. So welcome. Yeah, want to say hi?
Yeah, hi everyone. Good evening.
Good evening. So I saw you guys before Thanksgiving, so I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving with your loved ones, and it's full swing Christmas. You guys know it's my time to shine. It's my absolute favorite time of year, and tonight we're going to be making lots of Christmas and winter bows, so it's going to be perfect for your presents. And then the next time we're on Bowdabra, we will show you guys how to enhance some presents. So let's get started. We're going to use our large Bowdabra and our wire. All of the products we're using today can be found at nicksseasonaldecor.com. We carry the large Bowdabra, the gold wire, as well as the silver. And the wire comes on 100-yard spools. Okay, I'm just pulling up the video, making sure we're live. If you guys can see me and hear me okay, be sure to let me know.
Welcome everyone.
Okay, there we go. Let's see. Hi, Kelly. Hey, Shirley's watching from Ohio. Welcome, Shirley. We're going to start with the length of our gold wire. We're going to use gold tonight. Gold is very Christmassy, right? I mean, silver is too, but gold, there's nothing like gold. So we're going to cut a length of this wire. I seem to be a little bit wasteful with the wire. I usually cut a much longer piece than I, actually need, but it's better to cut it longer than shorter. That way you're able to secure it to whatever you're securing it to. And these 100-yard spools last a really, really long time.
Hi Mary. Hi Penny. Diane would love to win tonight.
Hi Diane. Hi Vespina. Nice to see you. Debbie's here. So we're going to start with these two ribbons. And do you notice anything about them, Alex?
They are the same.
They are the same, just different widths. So if you're ever trying to do something different, or if you have, a bow where you don't really want to mix it up too much, but you want more texture, what we're doing here is we're creating a funky bow using the same ribbon twice. Just two different widths, and it's going to create for a really cool kind of showstopper. So for this bow, we're going to create about 4.5 to 5-inch loops, and then about 8 to 10-inch tails, and we're going to just place that into our Bowdabra. We have already put a piece of wire in.
Hi Teresa from North Carolina. She would love to win tonight.
Yes, if you're new here, each and every time we're live here on Bowdabra, they do give away a free roll of ribbon, and all you have to do is just let us know you would like to win. So it's all about repetition with this bow, and this technique is one of the best to actually use up your leftovers. So if you only have a yard or two, I mean, look at how much shorter that tail is, and that's still going to look pretty. But if you only have a couple of yards of any given ribbon, put it to use in this technique.
Hi Parrot.
So how was everybody's Thanksgiving? What did we do? We did the same old. That's the best we can say. It was just me and my immediate family, but we had a great day. Yaya cooked a whole feast, and it was delicious. Some Greek food, mac and cheese. I mean, all of the classics, right? We had turkey.
So good.
Steven is a big ham guy, so Steven got ham, which I could have done without. How about you?
I liked the ham. I do like ham.
It's a hit or miss for me. It really depends.
Just a little, though.
But I'm definitely a turkey guy. I love turkey.
Yeah, the turkey was very good.
Very good. So we're just repeating this process over and over again. Hey, Amanda from Scotland. Welcome from Scotland. If you guys don't mind hitting that like button and that share button, if you enjoy watching me here on Bowdabra, I would greatly appreciate it. There's no greater kind of oomph that you guys can give me than letting me know that you enjoy watching these videos. So more than anything, I want to show you guys how to make bows, but also tell you that it's not as complicated as you may be making it out. And I'm pretty confident enough to say that because that's where I was at one point. Right, Alex? Didn't I, overanalyze and over-criticize every step of my bow making process?
Yes, you did.
So the less you think about it, the better your bows will be.
Hi Bobby.
Hey, Bobby. Nice to see you.
Hi Nancy. She would love to win tonight.
Welcome, Nancy. So that's going to be it. We did 3 loops of each, and that is going to give us a nice full bow. Actually, what did we do? Yep, 3 loops of each. So now that we have our wire underneath this, all we have to do is just take those wires. Doesn't matter which way they're facing. Just take them, pull them to the middle, and pull them through. So this is creating a slip knot. It's not secured enough to be placed on anything, but it's secured enough to walk away. So you could walk away at this point in time. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take those wires, tighten it, flip my bow over, and tie it from behind.
Shirley says, love these tutorials as I tend to get stuck with the same old, same old.
Thank you, Shirley. Yes. So if you're ever feeling, not as creative, just switch out or just use the same ribbon, just in different widths. It creates for such a beautiful bow. So lots of depth on this, but you're not going to get that busy looking bow by working in too many different prints. So now what we're doing is dovetailing. So to dovetail, take your tail, fold it in half, and cut from the middle out towards the wired edge at an angle. And look at that. Much more professional, and it just takes your bows and your designs to the next level.
Bobby asked, Nick, could you make a large tree topper on the Bowdabra?
Yes, we can. So I haven't done tree toppers yet this year, but we definitely can show you. We've shown you guys here in Bowdabra, I want to say twice this year already, right? 2 different tree toppers. We've done it, I think, both in velvet. Maybe we did one using another Sam's Club ribbon as well. But with my tree toppers, I don't like my tree toppers to be too busy. I think sometimes just a simple bow is the best. So just continue dovetailing all of these tails.
Hi, Carol Ann. Hi, Faye. She says, love to watch your crafts.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Pierrette says, dovetail is the way to go.
It is the way to go. It makes for all the difference, really. So a couple more tails left, and then we can fluff this out. And when you fluff your bows, it really takes them to the next level. So dovetailing and fluffing are the 2 most critical parts of making a pretty bow. Doesn't matter how expensive your ribbon is or how inexpensive your ribbon is. If you don't know how to fluff or don't spend the time fluffing and dovetailing, your bow's not going to look that great. So always spend those extra few minutes or hours fluffing out your bows. So to fluff, just pull apart your tails from one side to the other. You're going to want to make sure to get any creases, any kinks out. So just open them up.
Hi, Donna.
That side looks good. And just pull apart all of those pretty tails. So who's excited for Christmas? I can't believe it's right around the corner. And if you have any tails that are exceptionally long, just remove them a little bit. You're better off cutting a little bit here and there than doing one big whack, removing too much at one time.
Hi, Nell from Alabama. She says, love your bows.
Thank you, Nell. All right, what do you guys think of that? And we always take pictures and send them over to Bowdabra, but I think that looks really pretty. Yes, Gigi, fluff them, then fluff them again, yes. And if you do a Christmas tree, you're going to be fluffing up until the day you take it down. Or, maybe that's just me. So there is the bow using the same ribbon twice. Now I want to use the same ribbon a little bit to create the wreath bow. So tonight we're going to be making a wreath, so stick around. And I wanted to use this ribbon because I think it's going to look really, really pretty. So we're just going to cut a length. Work it inside our Bowdabra. Take that ribbon again. We're going to cut a longish tail. It doesn't have to be too long. And this is going to be our third bow using this ribbon. So a little goes a long way. A 10-yard spool you're able to do a whole lot with. So, 50-yard spools, obviously you're getting 5 times the amount, but 10-yard spools still gives you quite a bit of ribbon. So now that we have that, we can take our ribbon, place it inside, and make a few loops. However many we're able to use for the remainder of the roll. So it looks like 4. And then, are we able to do a button? Maybe we'll make these 2 a little bit smaller. Flip it over. And there's our little button.
Anad says, making bows right now with my Bowdabra.
Awesome. Yes, and don't forget, you guys, both Bowdabra and Nick's Seasonal Decor have free crafting groups. You can join the Bowdabra fan gallery as well as the Nick's Seasonal Decor crafting community. Doesn't cost you a penny, and that way you can get inspired by, tons of designers.
Penny says, I really like watching you on how to make different kinds of bows. I never made different bows until I started watching you here and when you craft. It amazes me how easy you make it look and how awesome your bows turn out.
Oh, who said that, Penny?
Penny.
Thank you so much, Penny. That is so sweet of you. So here we have our little bow. You need to do more shopping, right? Don't we all? We're going to take our grapevine. This is just one of our 14-inch grapevines. Wrap the bow around it, and look at how small this bow is. Bows don't have to be massive. And with these smaller wreath frames, I do recommend slightly smaller bows. You don't need massive ones to get a beautiful outcome.
Rita asked, does the mini Bowdabra work well?
It does. So for different projects, we have showcased for well over a year using the mini. We don't carry the mini, unfortunately, but for wreath making, I do recommend the large Bowdabra for the best effect, just because you're able to create larger bows using it. The mini Bowdabra works great for smaller bows, like hair bows and, finer detailed bows, which we don't do a whole lot of, on Nick's seasonal decor. But if you do make hair bows, the mini might be more fitting. So there is our little bow. Now let's work in a little bit of greenery. I'm impatient, so we're doing our wreath a little bit early. We have some of this pretty greenery that we're going to snip off.
Despina says, love the vine I bought from you.
Thank you, Despina. I appreciate that.
And Perrette says, my decorating is taking more and more time.
I know. It feels like it's never ending. So this is just a really pretty frosted greenery, and that matches the ribbon perfectly. See how it's frosted? So just use some scraps for our bow, and now we're going to enhance it with some pretty greenery. Doesn't require a whole lot, and with Christmas right around the corner, I mean, who wouldn't want to receive one of these beautiful wreaths for Christmas? And something like this here in Massachusetts, I know we have viewers from all around the world, and, obviously temperatures and climates are different, but something like this, if somebody gave this on Christmas Day, it could be displayed through April. That's how cold Massachusetts gets. So we have a long winter season. A few more pieces of this. Pull our tails down.
Teresa says, what are those clippers called? I'm making my Christmas list.
Yeah, so these clippers, I don't know where these came from. I want to say like Harbor Freight. My clippers that I typically use, I don't know where Yaya moved them. But we do carry scissors and clippers that are a little bit better than this one. But definitely, I think that's a great list to give your friends and family, right? What kind of gifts can you get me? Get me crafting gifts. Get me a new pair of scissors.
Hi, Julie. She says, hi there, Nick and Alex. Hope you are well. How are your Christmas trees coming along? Sending love from Wales.
Oh, thank you, Julie. And they're getting there. After date night tonight, we are going to be tackling a tree. So we're going to do our dining room tree tonight. I actually haven't made up my mind if I want to finish up the garland or if I want to do my trees. So there is just a little bit of greenery. Let's just bring this to the next level a little bit and work in some juniper. So this is just some leftover juniper pieces that I have. We're just going to snip these off.
Dallas would love to win tonight. Nancy says, how is Steven and his wife doing?
They are doing well. So Steven will be here Wednesday. So this year as a family, we decided to do Secret Santa, didn't we?
Yes.
So it's going to be our first year doing that. So we kind of got to get to know each other a little bit better. It's so hard, you guys, buying gifts for people, I feel like. For Alex, it's easy. She just wants everything.
Everything.
Alex wants everything. But, Yaya is picky. Dad, I think you can get Dad a lot of things, too.
Yeah.
Steven as well. Bella's difficult, and I'd say I'm difficult, too.
Nick is picky. He is picky. Pamela asked, what type of bow looks best on a large outdoor evergreen wreath for Christmas?
I love traditional bows for, just simple wreaths, especially at Christmas time. I think they always look great. So my comment would be a traditional bow, but any bow would really look great. You could do traditional, you could do funky, you could do, there's so many different techniques out there. So virtually the best advice is whatever you like the best, right? So if you're happy, that's all that matters.
Hi, Cindy. She says, I would love to win a roll of ribbon from Springfield, Massachusetts.
From Springfield.
Hi, Bob. He says, need a new tour of the clean basement floor.
Yes. Well, what you see is clean. Not the rest of it. So we have one little piece left of this greenery. I'm just going to stick that anywhere. Let's stick it up here. Why not? Fluff out your bow. We only have a couple loops on this. And look at how cute that is.
So cute.
Isn't that cute, you guys? Show some hearts. I think that turned out really cute. Using just leftover ribbon.
Simple.
Very simple and easy. Very easy to make. So wreath making does not have to be complicated. But it's time to switch gears and make another bow. So we're going to use a ribbon that we used last night, designing on our business page, and we used a pine cone ribbon and worked it with some fresh greenery. So maybe next time we're on Bowdabra, I can show you guys using some fresh greenery. So comment down below if that's something you would care to see. But we're going to take a length of this,
Gigi says she loves the bow. Pam says she loves all of your work, Nick.
Thank you, Gigi and Pam. You guys are the best. So place your ribbons in. Now what we can do is start making a traditional bow. So if you like traditional bows, or if you have no idea what a traditional bow is, it's all about just creating a bunch of loops. So this is probably the most amount of ribbon for a bow. You're using the most for this because you're doing a lot of loops, and the more loops you have, the more full your bow is going to be. So it is dependent on the time of year. So for instance, like next month, the end of next month, when we start working in a few spring designs, we're going to use less loops. That way we can make it a little bit more airy. But for Christmas time, I always say go big or go home. You want your bows to be really full and luscious and elegant and, you know, beautiful. So the more loops, the better. So that's 3 loops.
Teresa would love to see the fresh greenery.
Yes, let us know. We could feature it here on Bowdabra. So that's 3 loops. Let's come back in with a couple more.
Kathy would love to win some ribbon tonight. Despina says, I just enjoy watching you and your family. Oh, thank you.
So that's going to be enough. We could use up the whole roll.
Teresa says the wreath you just made is pretty.
Thank you. Very easy, right? Nothing has to be super complicated.
Brenda would love to see the fresh greenery too.
All right, so now we're going to take those wires, lift them up, pull them to the middle, pull them through, and tie them off. I know, Nancy says, I love this ribbon. Didn't Dad do a good job choosing this ribbon?
Pretty.
It is so pretty. So this one has the fuzzy edge. We do have it without the fuzzy edge. But look at that edge, right? It's got the red and the gold. It just looks so pretty. So we'll tie it off. 3 times is the magic number. Then I usually just snip off my wires. That way when we send pictures to Bowdabra, you're not seeing those wires. And that goes for anything you design, you guys. You don't want to be able to see the wire. Although it's very pretty, you know, always make sure it's not visible in the final project. Fluff it open, pull your tails down, and that, you guys, is how you make a pretty traditional bow. What do you think of that? And I see over 120 of you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And what you can do for the tails is you can dovetail or cut at an angle. I think with this ribbon, dovetailing still would look pretty. So we'll just dovetail those real quick.
Gigi says the fresh swags you made with Dad were gorgeous.
Thank you, Gigi. I know it still smells like fresh greenery down here. It does smell really, really good. I love fresh greenery. How about you guys? Do you guys use fresh trees, fresh reeds, anything of that nature? But there is our traditional bow. How's that look? Would be a better question.
Donna says you make them so lovely.
Thank you, Donna. Dallas is watching from Sirocco, New Mexico. Welcome. So here we have a traditional bow. I think that turned out really pretty too. So let's switch gears and let's use this green ribbon. This is a pretty kind of moss green with the red edge. Very old school, I'd say. So I really like this one. All right, so now we're going to cut another length of wire.
Donna says, wow. Eileen says, greetings from the burbs of New York City.
Ooh. Alex wants to go to New York City for Christmas, as do I, and window shop.
Yes.
So now let's do a simple bow tie with this ribbon. You guys have asked for bow ties. Something like this bow would be perfect for wine bottles. It would be perfect for presents. On your Christmas tree, you can have a bunch of mini little, bows on it. Up and down your staircase, virtually anywhere on your lampposts. Very, very simple. I like to cut my tails before I start making my bow for the best effect. So I just cut a length of tails. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place in our ribbon. We're going to do 2 loops on each side that are about 3.5 inches or so. One thing with measurements, you guys, is that I don't measure. So use your eye. It doesn't matter if things line up perfectly and they're perfectly even. If it doesn't look right, it doesn't look right. So your eyes are your best form of judgment when designing your bows. It does not have to be exactly the same length each loop. It'll turn out just as beautiful. So now we did 2 loops on each side. We're going to snip off a little bit of ribbon and create a button bow right there, or a button loop. So I see we have almost 130 of you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoy watching me here on Bowdabra, do me a favor and show some love. Let me know. So hopefully I've taught you how to make a bow by now, and if I haven't, We'll continue working on it. So we're going to just pull those wires through.
Debbie loves using her Bowdabra. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Judy.
Hi, Debbie and Judy.
Shirley says, I prefer a base of fresh greenery, then we'll accent with some artificial.
Awesome.
And Desmina says, love fresh trees, but need to put a fake tree because of her baby grandson.
Yeah, fresh trees. We deal with so much fresh greenery that we're kind of, well, Alex still wants one. So we have a couple outside that we use for, clippings. Maybe we'll have Alex decorate a fresh tree. But we're going to just dovetail these ends. So right now, actually, I didn't even announce this. Right now, Bowdabras are 30% off on nixseasonaldecor.com. So we have Bowdabras and wires.
Yes, we do. And it actually ends tonight.
Tonight at midnight.
Midnight Eastern Standard Time.
Yes. So I think if you are a new crafter or if you have a crafting friend, who wouldn't want to receive a beautiful device like the Bowdabra? And it comes with the cutest box. Let me grab the box. I know I have it somewhere here. Here we go. Look at that. Talk about great packaging, right? So this one is mine. So this one's not available. But that's what it looks like. It comes with a little pamphlet. Look at how great those photos are. Comes with a sample of the wire too, so you can try that wire out. And here is a CD. So you can watch Sandy make bows using the Bowdabra as well. And she does incredible bows, so definitely tune into her lives on Mondays at 7 Eastern. So there is a simple, adorable little bow tie. I love that. All right, next bow. Let's use one of my favorite ribbons.
Brenda asked if you can make small bows for Christmas trees.
Yes, so that bow right there I think would be perfect for Christmas trees. Any smaller than that, depending on the size tree, I think it can get lost. But depending on the colors you use, if you're doing like a red and white tree, little red bows would be really pretty. So look at this ribbon. I love that. So for this one, why don't we do not a funky bow, but we just do a tail bow. So this is a technique that I showed you guys here on Bowdabra a few weeks back now. And we'll just cut some tails. Let's make a big bow. There we go. There we go. Let's cut a couple more. Let's make this really full.
Kathy loves her Bowdabra.
Thank you, Kathy. And we're going to cut a couple small ones too. As you can tell, I am not measuring. Snip them like that.
Nancy says, beautiful, beautiful ribbon.
Isn't it really pretty?
I know, I love the gold on the edge.
So we're going to work it in there. And we're just going to layer this. Over and over and over again. So this to me is Christmas, the red and gold. I think that just looks so good together. So just continue working them on. These are all different lengths, you guys. You do not have to measure.
Teresa says, I remember this bow making tutorial.
This tutorial, yes. So we did this, I want to say a few times now. We actually, I learned this technique. Well, it's kind of similar. It's a little bit different, but Sandy showed me a tutorial using kind of just tails like this for a poinsettia. Remember the poinsettia flower?
Yes.
Which was really cute.
Gigi says, I'm amazed at how much Sandy can stuff into her beautiful bows.
I know. She packs them full. So we're just going to do a little button loop on the surface to hide our wire for the best effect. So we're just going to snip it off like that and work it in. And tie them off. There we go. Tie it off. And then we're going to dovetail real quick. And I see we're at almost 150. Keep those shares coming, you guys. Let's see if we can hit 150 tonight. Holidays are coming. What we're doing here is we're showing you how to make bows. So if you need help with making bows, or if you want a bunch of friends to come to you being like, please make me some bows. You make the best bows. Then learn how to make bows, right? Because it's something that a lot of people struggle with. And a lot of people at this time of year, friends and family, are looking for pretty bows for, their finishing touch on a gift. So the gift might not be the best gift in the world, but if you have the best bow on the top, I don't think anybody can complain about the gift because they'll just save the bow and use it year after year. That will be their gift. So we're going to just snip each tail. I know it's a little bit tedious, but it does pay off in the end for the best effect. And I see we're at over 150 now. Thank you, guys.
Brenda asked, what type of bow would you make for a light wall? It says, I'm not sure.
Would you make for
a
a
light wall
sconce?
I
mean, I think a funky bow, just a smaller funky bow. You know, treat it like it's like a wall swag, if you will.
Hi, Kathleen from Greenville, Tennessee.
Hey, Kathleen, nice to see you. All right, a couple more tails, you guys. It's going to pay off. So if you're sticking around through this, trust me, when we fluff it out, you're going to be like, it was worth sticking around.
It didn't look like that many tails at first.
I know, but I keep finding them.
I know.
There's so many.
Ooh, we have our winner tonight.
Ooh.
So, oh, I just lost it. There we go. Go ahead.
Congratulations to Teresa Martin Davis from North Carolina. Let's all congratulate Teresa. You just won yourself a free roll of ribbon. So, congratulations.
And you can go ahead and reach out to Bowdabra right here on Facebook, Teresa, and you'll be able to pick out your ribbon.
Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations.
And if you didn't win, you guys, there's always next time, right? So we've had lots of winners over the years that have never won anything a day in their lives, but they got a free roll of ribbon. So I'm just going to lie this flat on my table and start separating those tails. So just spacing them out so we kind of create a perfect circle with these pretty tails. And look at this. How pretty is this, you guys? And over 160 of you now, thank you for tuning in. We just showed one of the prettiest bows I think we have ever made here on Bowdabra, if I do say so myself. I love that.
This ribbon is so pretty.
What do you guys think? Show some hearts if you think that's pretty. I love that. So see, when you fluff things out, you guys, it really takes it to the next level. So during the making of this bow, you might have been like, okay, and I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. But when you spend a few extra minutes fluffing everything meticulously, it really, really can make your bows stand out and make them pop. Look at how pretty.
Pam says beautiful. Marianne says beautiful bow.
Thank you, Marianne and Pam. So just spacing out all of those loops. And there, I don't even remember cutting the wire off that.
Oh, did you?
It looks like I did. Look at how pretty that is. So something like this. Take a little hot glue. Here's a present. We don't have any Christmas gifts at the moment. Here's a present. Just stick it right on top and look at how beautiful that will look. I mean, that's not a present, but you guys get the gist. Here.
Put on your Bowdabra box.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Put all of our papers back in. Close up the box.
Teresa, you can send a message to Bowdabra right here on Facebook and let them know that you were the winner from tonight's live, and they'll get you all set up.
Congratulations again, Teresa.
Congratulations.
Look at how pretty that would be. Imagine getting a gift like that. I mean, obviously, this is a little bit big, a little bit extreme, but you really can't overdo it, right? It's kind of cascading down the sides. I think that looks really pretty. So, again, you know, you can place bows on anything. I think this would also look great on a Christmas tree, too. You could have this as a topper. So this would be an appropriate size topper for, you know, a pencil tree up to like 8 feet. It would also work with, you know, the little tabletop trees you see, you know, 3-4 feet. And if you want it for a bigger tree, just make it a little bit bigger. But, you know, we've shown you guys how to make tree toppers here in the past on Bowdabra, but I think that looks really, really pretty. So there is that bow. We also created a traditional bow. We made a lot of bows tonight. I was just excited, guys. I was excited. Here's a very pretty traditional bow. And for those of you in business too, what I always recommend is to sell your bows. There's so many people out there that would love to purchase a bow because they're not able to make it themselves. And once you've mastered it using the Bowdabra, you'll be able to sell your bows, make some money, and have your talent shared with the world. So here's a little wine bottle or Christmas tree bow. We also made a funky bow using 2 ribbons. We have a 1.5 inch and 2.5 inch of the same pattern, just for more kind of texture. And using the leftover of this ribbon, we made a very pretty, simple, easy, inexpensive Christmas wreath that would also make a great gift. So thank you all so very much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you guys spending your Monday evening with me. Make sure to give a thumbs up and a share if you want to see more bow making videos using the Bowdabra. And I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you for tuning in. If you made it this far, comment down below the word Bowdabra wire. Comment down below Bowdabra wire, and I'll know you've done your homework and watched this entire video. So thank you guys again. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you all soon. So the next time we're here on Bowdabra, do you remember the date?
Off the top of my head, I do not know, but we do have it listed on our calendar. And you can head to wreathcommunity.com and you'll see a tab right up top that says calendar. And we update that all the time, guys, where you can actually click on the events and add them directly to your phone, and you'll get a notification when we go live.
Yes, so we already have the December ones locked in on the website, so you can just add them right to your calendar and get notified when we are live then. But once again, thank you, Dory, thank you, Sandy, and thank you, Joe, for having us as a guest, and we'll see you all soon. Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone.